I mean, Robbie.
An all-star.
Somebody took, I mean, like, you're the portrait of Dorian Gray. You just get younger and hotter every time I see you. And I know that's not PC to say in this troubled times, but...
Well, I was just going to say, all of us are getting older and we don't see as well as we used to.
You're so right, Ruth. Anyway. You've been, like, I've had the great pleasure of getting to work with you last season on the show. You're doing such great stuff on the show.
How about his directing, guys?
Yeah, well, thank you, but I mean, it's really been awesome. After having known you.
Kill me in episode 12.
Wow.
It was, Robbie, I mean.
See, people don't know that you're actually writing the episodes as well. You're the gift factory. You're killing people off.
Mary gets killed. No, we have known each other.
Mary, Sam.
Sam. That was it 12? I felt like I kind of tried to kill you in both of them.
Both, yes, it's true.
I put you through the ringer a lot.
Yeah, 12 was less death, and 20 was more...
It was fighting, yes. Well, it's been awesome to know you socially in the con world and then get to actually work with you has been a great treat, and you're awesome on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Smith.
Where are you going? Oh no. They're not Okay. Calling in. Okay, I will. Rob. Okay, I was just testing. Rob. See? This is why I don't trust Well, I have spent a little bit of time here in Vancouver. I think I even did a con here before, but not in years. And it's so nice to be back and see everybody. How many of you live around here? Okay. How many of you have tracked down the set and been those people like, you're the reason we have to keep changing the sign. I don't even know what they mean anymore. I'm like, I can't, those letters aren't even a word. And they won't tell me what they mean. I have to guess. It's kind of fun making up sentences though. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So, season 13, underway. Best news, Mary's not dead. Which I can say because the producers have said it publicly. Because wasn't even sure until I did it. Yeah. Some girls survived the show. That's good. What? I think you have to say it again. You're awesome. Thank you, I know. Victoria? We'll get to this in a minute. Don't get your hopes up, it's not that great. So yeah, I'm just up here for this. I'm not working on the show right this second. So you can ask, but I don't have anything to report. Is that a delayed reaction or is it's like demonic? I don't know. I think we should get right to questions because your guys have much better, more interesting things to talk about than I do. Oh, there's a question. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Gail. Hi, Samantha.
Hello.
Nice to see you back on the show.
Thank you. Nice to be back. Not in the nightgown, the shoes.
And my question is, Mr. Ketch, really? When you let Castiel here in the bunker the whole time?
That's funny because Misha and I we're like, hey.
Come on.
He's gonna freak out. realized that might have been a bad choice.
You know, yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, he was cute and everything, and he had a really nice car. And really good bourbon. He had some personal issues. And you can see how things end when you cross marry. So that might put an abrupt end to my dating career. Yeah.
I just said that to get the laugh, sorry. But I just wanted to say hello to you and say it's nice to see you back.
Thank you. It's nice to be back. Oh, wait. A gift. Yes, for not asking me a hard question. Let that be a lesson to you. See? If you ask me a hard question, you have to pay me $5. Hi.
Hi. My question was a little connected to your intro. How is it working with Rich as a director? And is it, how is it working with actors turned directors? Is it different than directors who direct all the time?
Terrible. It's so bad. No, actually, I love it because, I mean, every director's different in their own way and how they, what they focus on, and you know, there are some directors who are really more focused on the overall. There are some who want to micromanage your performance. There are some that are like, hi, can I have a question? And they're like, who are you? Like, they're focused on like the action, or whatever. Richard, being an actor, is very in tune to the nuances of the scenes, and came up with a lot of really super helpful directions and ideas for me. That being said, I wasn't kidding when I said he tried to kill me in episode 20. The fight scene with Mr. Ketch, I was like, it took a whole day. But, I mean, it came out amazing. It came out really good.
It did.
So, but you know, obviously the production agrees because they have him back for 2 more episodes this year. So, good for him. And I don't know if I'm in either of them. He may have said, please don't. I don't know. But, oh, cookies. I don't have that many, so I think there's some good questions. Hello.
Hey Sam,
Hi.
you look fabulous.
Thank you.
If nobody else says it, fuck, those are great boots.
I'm enjoying them.
They look good on you.
Thank you.
So, I know that there was a little bit of mixed feelings when Mary came back. The fandom as a whole was sort of like, okay, where's this gonna go? In the end, I feel redeemed.
Oh,
Very much so. I know you can't really tell us anything. Tell me that she continues to kick ass.
totally. Totally. I spent the first 2 episodes wrong at like my husband's like, what the hell? And I'm like, floorball.
Awesome.
That has been the most fun for me as Mary. I mean, so much of it's been fun, but it's like fight. And like I can throw a
Play
big punch. I can pretend like I know how to hurt somebody.
It's very convincing.
Thank you, thank you. No, it's great, and they're very careful to help me do it right, and they have stunt girls here for me when I can't. And I had 2 different, I had Andrea and I had Dana, and they both were fantastic, and would help me. They're like, no, elbow. It's so super helpful. But yeah, so it will continue. I mean,
Cool.
the alternate universe is not a safe place.
Well, you kind of got the big bat on your ass too, right? So,
He's persistent
that's a
and not nice. But yeah, I mean, I think that at every turn there's danger. So I can safely say there will be some brawling in Mary's future. Yes.
awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Hey.
Hello. My question is, in the scene where Jensen comes in to rescue you and you're in the old house and you're ignoring him, such an intense, emotional scene for both of you, and you have to ignore him. At any point did you guys just crack up? Some tension relief?
When I crashed into the camera, that was a good one. I literally, it's like, seriously? My husband will tell me that I'm clumsy. I disagree, but it seems that everyone else also agrees. So, yeah, so yes and no. I mean, in the main parts of that scene, it would cause the work a disservice to let go like that because you really need to kind of stay in it. But there's always something. And you just, even when you're really sad about something, you can laugh, but it doesn't change the path you're on. And it's a little bit like that. And it's always such a relief when you're done. Okay, no more crying, I don't have to, and it takes a minute to shake it. But, yeah, I mean, on our set, you can never be sure that something isn't going to go right. And everyone will, crack up, and then it'll take 10 minutes to get it all removed back in. But yeah, that was a heavy day. That day, lots of crying, lots of trying not to cry, lots of weird pretending I was ignoring him, which was not nice. Not nice. Mary was in full denial mode there, which I think she spends. She enjoys her time in denial. Thank you.
Hello. My question is, what kind of music do you like to listen to on road trips? So what are your traveling tunes?
I try not to drive anywhere longer than half an hour. I love country music. I think it's really good for the road because I imagine driving around the South in Texas where everything is really far away from each other. Like, oh, they live just on the road, it's like an hour. Do they have a plane? I also really like sort of harder, like, it's really sad to hear about the singers from Linkin Park. So I really like that band. Oh my God, I have a new band I'm crazy about. You have to all listen to them immediately. And I will know if you don't. It's called Catfish in the Bottle. Do you know them? We went and saw them at the House of Blues, and they are fucking amazing. They're like cute young guys, like 20-something, and they're sort of like a little bit edgier Oasis. But just their lyrics and all that, they're great. And they're not crazy like the guys from Oasis. So they're not going to lose their teeth in a bar fight. Like Leon What's-His-Face did. I was like, he did what? Why? So yeah, so write it down. Catfish and the Bottlemen. That's you writing. I promise you'll like it.
Thank you.
Cookies. 5-second dance party. Everybody. Okay, good. And you do the band. See? Yeah. Rob. Hi.
Hi. So now that we had that random dance party, I'm just wondering, what's your
silent dance party?
What's your favorite dance move to do?
Sitting in a chair, just watching. That will never happen. I'm not musically inclined. Remember the clumsy thing? Yeah. In my next life, I'll be a ballerina.
Sounds good.
I can pretend. Like I do the bar class, and I'm like, I'm totally a ballerina. Yeah, still ballerina. They're like, no, it's cute, but no. Last cookies. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I know that you would very much like to see me dance and or sing, and that just won't happen. So, why don't you come up here and show me your dancing? Yes. All right. Does someone have some music? A phone? Let's hit it. Let's hear it for Jess. You deserve extra cookies for that. Awesome, I didn't have to dance. Hi.
We were wondering who your celebrity crush is.
Oh. Helen Mirren. Well, it's confusing because I also want to be her, so I don't.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, right? She's my spirit animal. I have like a. Oh, Chris Hemsworth.
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
even my husband, he's like, I'm out of cookies, or you would have definitely gotten something. Hi.
Hello, Sam. What was your most physically difficult scene to do?
I think it was actually, in truth, so the fight in episode 20 with Mr. Ketch was incredibly taxing, and as I said, it was all day, and there was a lot of choreography and movement, and it was a lot. But I had become so much more used to the fight stuff that I actually feel like the fight scene with Tony Bevel in episode 2, both of us just came out like bleeding, bruised. I kicked her in the stomach by accident. I think she hit Jensen in the face. Like, it was a hot mess, the whole thing. Neither of us were like... So that was incredibly taxing. And also I had to like dive and fall, and I'm a stunt person, and I'm like on the ground, and like this, and I hit somebody with a gun, and I was like, Jesus. So, I think that was the hardest for me last season. Yeah, it was really hard. I was really nervous the whole time, and I was saying this morning, you can almost see me going, 1, 2, 3. Not a waltz. And it's slow motion. And I feel like I have sped up my stuff, but yeah, Lizzie and I laugh about it still. She's like, oh, and in the later end of the season, was it episode 20 or 21, when she had me in captivity? She had to punch me in the face. That took a while. We both were like, it's just weird. I don't know. It's just weird. I had a much easier time punching David. That probably makes a lot of sense, actually. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Where would you like to see Mary?
She didn't hear it.
What?
What was your name?
Oh, sorry. My name's Suri.
Hi, Surrey.
Hi.
Let's hear it for Surrey.
Where would you like to see Mary's storyline go?
Well, I think it's kind of going there. But I don't know for sure. And I know everyone says, oh, no, I honest to God, don't know. I know where we left off last episode. But I think I would like to see Mary continue down the path of just badassery and fighting and saving. I just don't see her trying to re-enter the world of like having love and, you know, a relationship and all that stuff. That just isn't, I feel like she's willfully given that up knowing everything that went down. But I don't know, like, I don't thank God for the writers, because I'd be like, I don't know, she just drives around. Because I don't know where to take that relationship with the boys. It was just about on the mend, right? And I had to go and trip and fall into the purgatory. I don't know, what do you think? Do you have ideas? Let me write them down. Thank you. No? No ideas? You're running away?
I have nothing. Sorry.
Oh.
I hope she's badass too, so.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't think she's going to give up her machete or her gun or her fast car or punchy people. But I don't know, purgatory, or it's not purgatory, it's the alternate, the AU, is, there's not going to be a place for anything in her person other than survival. And I think that I feel like I'd like to see Mary turning almost like a feral animal, you know what I mean? Just like super fierce. But she's had enough transitional issues. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm sure they know. Tell me. I'm not clumsy. Why are you laughing?
Hi. I was going to ask that question, so my second question is...
Do you have an idea?
No.
You guys are not helping me at all.
I was wondering how you reacted when you found out that Mary was coming back.
Oh. Well, they called me in like February or March of season 11 and said, do you want to be in the finale? And I was like, oh, the show's ending. Yeah, I'll totally come back. Because I had always said, they're like, well, how can Mary come back? I'm like, well, we're out of options here, guys, like ghost, vision, demon, the mother of all evil creatures, hallucination, like, and so I always said, well, we'll come back in the finale, me and John, me and Jeffrey Dean, and we'll be alive, and the boys will see us. But because it's supernatural, it has to be sad, and for whatever reason, the stipulation will be that we'll never know who they are. See, I could be a writer after all. And so when they called me, I was like, God, I hope that's not what they're really doing, because they're going to be mad at me for like spilling the beans. Even though I had no idea, I was just making it up. And so I was at a barbecue at one of the producers, and I was like, hey, so it's ending, I'm going to be in the finale. He's like, it's not ending. You're coming back next year. I'm like, what? Yeah, you'll be in a few episodes. I'm like, and then I died? He's like, no. Like, well, okay. So I was literally in 5 seconds of the season finale of season 11. And like a month and a half, 2 months later, I still didn't know. Like, I knew I was coming back, but I was like, am I coming back in a nightgown? Am I like at the bunker cooking all the time and vacuuming? You guys are so messy.
Gene keeps his kitchen very clean.
It's because they don't eat anything that doesn't come in a box.
Gene made house in his kitchen. He loved it.
You what?
He made house at the bunker. He loved his kitchen. He made hamburgers.
I mean, he made hamburgers like one time. And he probably made Sam clean the kitchen. Am I wrong? So, not that I'm much of a cook either. The Piggly Wiggly. So, when they called me, Felix Igricia emailed me. He was like, so, the season starts in a month. How much fight training have you had? Like, a whole lot of none. And so they sent some Krav Maga trainers to my house. And they were like, I'm sorry, is this right? We had like pads in the backyard, and my son's in the window like, what are you doing? But I tried really hard, and I did some training. Then I was leaving on vacation. I'm like, dude, So I found a trainer where I was on vacation and worked with him. But I mean, I had never like even pretended to punch anyone before. And like, there's like rules, like you gotta hold your hand a certain way, you'll break all your fingers. And you can't have your wrist moved or you'll break your wrist, right? Or maybe your elbow, or both, or you'll miss. And if you're off balance, you'll fall down. That never happened. So really a lot of the stunt guys who were just like. So anyway, I learned, but as I said, that first fight, I was like, this is going to be really bad. I forgot the question. Okay. And then some, I think. Thank you.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. My name is Sam too, by the way.
Oh, nice. I was going to ask you, I'm like, no one hears me ask it, so I'm not going to ask it, and you told me. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. My question is, when you're doing the fight scenes for Supernatural, does it feel like, do you think, as intense as a real fight would be, or more or less?
Well, having never been hit in the face in real life, I would imagine, I mean, the people that I know who have been in fights tell me it doesn't hurt till later, because you have so much adrenaline, right? And I will say with a lot of acting, including the fighting, your body doesn't know the difference. So like my adrenaline goes, and my heart's beating, and it's actually exercise as well. And you know, you're spending half your time trying not to hurt yourself any more than necessary, which is hard for me. And so yeah, I mean, I feel like we were talking about that this morning. That so apparently, when you throw a punch, right? If you hit something, like the inertia and the energy is absorbed, right? But if you don't and you miss, it has nowhere to go, so it just stays in your arm. Which is why at the end of the day, fighting, I'm like, I can't turn my head, and my arm won't go higher than this. And also, it's just to do that same motion over and over for all it takes. So I can't imagine it's the same. Like you're not actually hitting anything. My hands aren't hurt or whatever. I'm fairly certain that if you punch someone in the face with a bare fist, you will break something or cut something. Or I never plan to find out. I'm much more like. But yeah, I mean, what I was going to say is, so when you have to cry in a scene, or if you're laughing, or if you're angry, your body holds it. So like sometimes I'll be in a crying scene and then it's done. And they're like, okay, it's great, moving on. And I'm like, okay. I'll be fine in a minute. Like, I can't, because my body's like, oh, we're sad now, okay. Or we're angry now. Or like, it takes a minute to recover. And the fighting, it's not like I'm actually mad at David when we're in this fight, but I'm like, adrenaline, like, and then by that night you're just, you know, if you're like had so much adrenaline, by the nighttime you're like, yeah, it's that. It's very strange. It's a weird actors are weird. Like, you picked this. If we had only known. Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
You do that.
Hello.
Are you glowing? Is there a light? No?
It's just backwards.
I'm not seeing things.
All right. So,
Hi, what's your name?
Amanda.
See, she heard me. Thank you.
Yeah. But anyways, I was gonna say in the finale, that whole scene with you and Dean, or you and Jensen, you know.
The one with the baby drip, where I was ignoring him.
Thank you. Sorry. Social anxiety, not making words.
Oh, no, you're good. I just wanted, because that was just making sure you didn't mean the anyway.
Yeah, I know that whole acting scene. It was that was phenomenal acting from the both of you guys. I was just like, oh, feels.
Yeah, well, and I keep saying this, and I mean it 100%. Like, as actors, we look at our own work and we're like, but I feel like I was completely eclipsed. Like that was all him. Like he did all the talking. I was just kind of standing there, not crying. And he had to go through so much in that scene, and he just brings it every day. But yeah, so he drove that entire scene.
Yeah.
I was mostly just running around pretending I didn't see him. I can't hear you. Peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, but my actual question was is actually, a side note, I was appreciating you.
Thank you. I like it.
But I was gonna say, we've seen Mary, so many different stages of Mary, like from Mary that was on the ceiling to Eve Mary to... I'm sorry, it's truth. It is. No, but when you learned that Mary was coming back in season 11, how do you think in character developments? Sorry, trying to think of how to word this properly.
It's a complex question, obviously. It's fine.
It's, how did you more or less express the character development that Mary had to go from seeing Dean when he was 4 years old to
Being an adult.
30-something-year-old Dean Winchester,
Right. Well, I think that Mary had a little bit of a step ahead, having been a hunter and knowing, even like I said, I've heard of people coming back from the dead before, but to do it after 30 years, not so fun. But it's playing catch up and acceptance of things and mourning what she missed. But what was fortunate for me is this character was suddenly such a departure from what Mary had always been, which was sort of like you could almost hear the every time. It's like they had her nightgown. It was just all very ethereal, and this was like I'm a real person and I just stabbed somebody, because she was going to shoot the boys. But I was having, to be honest, a little trouble in the beginning of the season finding my footing. I'm suddenly this new character. It was weird because I've worked with Jensen so many times over the years, and it's always been this one dynamic between our characters, and now suddenly it's completely different. And I'm working with Misha, and it just was stuff I'd never, it was just very weird, and I was trying to find it. And I don't know how much of that is the fact that Mary was also trying to find it. And it sort of dovetailed. And as I found my footing, Mary found her footing, and vice versa. Which I finally felt in the vampire episode that Richard directed, actually. That, when I finally beheaded a vampire, I was like, there it is. I'm on my feet. She's, in her own life, moving forward, not trying to chase after the boys and figure out what they're doing and tell him not to hunt, and it's a moment of acceptance, which sort of led her off to all the other things she was doing and coming clean with the boys about having done all these things and accepting the consequences. I mean, bringing Sam in and being like, listen, I screwed up and I should have told you, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for what I did. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. And there's a difference. Because moms will do what they think is right for their kids. And it's not a popularity game. So if the kids don't like you for it, I think it's your job as a parent to do it anyway. And I think that was sort of a turning point for Mary. And that was a turning point for me in finding her as well, of not being confused or scared anymore, just being like, well, fuck it, I'm here now. This is what we're doing. So,
Thank you.
yes. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
My question is, what was your favorite scene to film in season 12?
Oh, goodness. Let's see, I'm trying to just go through my little... I don't know. There are different ones for different reasons. You know, like certain ones, it's a certain stunt I got to do, or certain ones because it was just really nice. Like, I loved filming my first scene back, not the one where I was crying and confused, but where we're sitting on the bench and then we walk off. Like, it was just really sweet. I loved filming the scenes with the little ghost baby, because I was like, shotgun. Awesome. Sliding on the floor. And I loved a lot of episode 12, like the table scene, where it goes around and around, and I have to scold them. That was really fun. The fight scene with Mr. Catch. Dr. Catch. And, trying to think. Actually, is it a baby? Okay.
Radar.
Is he in here? Or she? Oh,
It's very small.
I like it. You're starting as an early fan. Most of you were about that age when the show started.
I wish. No.
What about you? Do you have a favorite scene?
I did enjoy the fight scene with Mr. Catch, and I did enjoy the emotional scene I had with you at the end of the season.
Oh, the hug scene? That one? Oh, you mean with the... Right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have to leave. We're going to have a dance party at the end, too. We have a dance party with actual music, maybe with a band. Rob? Rob! Hi there.
I love, is it an overcoat or is it a dress?
No, it's a dress.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So-
I just got it.
I recently learned, because I'm not very good at the internet, I recently learned that you're a mom, and I don't know if that's a recent thing or if they're a little older.
He's 9. I have 1.
Okay. I was
this
gonna
tall.
ask, I feel that. I was gonna ask, what would you say are the differences between being a mom on TV, especially Supernatural, versus being a mom in real life? And if you really wanted to, give a shout out to my mom Brenda, who's sitting in the general admission.
Brenda? Hi, Brenda. Come up here.
Come on, Mama, do it, please. My mom loves you as a person and a character, and she's sending me off to college this year, and it's very important to me.
Amazing.
And
Here she comes.
I am so thankful for every second of her life.
She looks thrilled.
She's not a fan of crowds, but I still love her anyway.
It's just you and me, lady.
We're doing a photo op later, and she never gets in the photos, so I had to do this now. I got
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I think that being a mom in real life has helped me pretend to be a mom to gigantic creatures. And I actually have moments where I imagine my son. I mean, I'm not kidding, he's 9, he's here. It's not going to be long. So he's like eye level, and I tell him, like, just because you're going to be taller than me, I'm still the boss. And he's like, yeah, we'll see. I can carry it. I'm in so much trouble. But what's interesting is I remember my son being 4 and 5, obviously, and to think that that's the last time I saw Dean, and Sam was just an infant, right? So the truth is, Mary doesn't have the connection to Sam because he was an infant. You like, as a baby, you love them, but it's not reciprocal so much, right? So to think that I would have left my son when he was 4, and now he's a grown man, I'd be like, what do I do with that? Like, do you still listen to my rules? Like, do you have a timeout? Right, So there is overlap for sure, but yeah, they don't listen to me. I think we need to have a writing campaign.
As long as they're home for dinner, right?
What?
As long as they're home in time for dinner, right?
Well, I'm not home in time for dinner, so I would say as long as they keep the cars clean and don't make me wash the dishes. So anyway, thank you for coming up here. Good luck in the fall. Good for you. Hi. Hello. Wait, I'm coming.
Are you having fun doing Gishwas? And I hear someone's going to light themselves on fire.
Okay. Are you?
I'm doing human reality too, so I talk like Chuck.
Oh, I see. You're a mole. Yeah, so our team is Team Alpha Mary. And little known fact, I wanted it to be Team Brash Knuckles. I thought that was very clever. And they were all like, so we have to do the personification of the team, and one of our members is intent on setting himself on fire. Like, dude, no, it's not Nightgown Mary, it's Alpha Mary. Punch somebody. He's not listening. Yeah, but how many Gishers? Nice. Any injuries?
No.
Rests? Yeah.
Embarrassment?
Still time.
What?
Embarrassment.
We shot all my scenes at that quarry, so I was like, score! I can tell you exactly where they hit that ball. And then they took the thing off. I was like, what? And then they took it off. They're like, bears. So yeah. Anyway. So yes, happy gishing. Good luck, everybody.
How many macaroons did you unload?
6 days.
And
12.
did you make any money?
No, nobody would pay me.
She had a whole revenue stream plan up here. It just fell apart, huh?
Oh, my revenue stream.
Oh well.
What's with the macaroons?
I don't know. The woman just brought macaroons.
Is it a Gishwas thing?
No.
Somebody made it. Did you make them?
No. I can barely say them. Never mind. No, I bought them and I had some. So.
That's nice.
But do people know that your secret talent of being a cake maker of the highest order? It is true. I went to a birthday party years ago, and the cake was made by Sam Smith, and it's still talked about in hushed tones in our house.
Was it just a total coincidence that it was?
Yeah.
It's
We're mutual friends, we didn't know.
not, I mean, the cake is fine. It's more about, I have so much fun decorating them. And this was little Jensen.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't decide if he wanted motocross or race cars. I can't remember. So I made the cake half and half, and there was a motocross on one side, with like hills and a car, like a derby. What's it called? The
Demolition Derby?
The kid's name was Jensen?
Yeah.
His name was Jensen.
I thought that's how you describe Jensen Ackles.
I do. He loves it.
Stop doing that. Yeah, so I'm saying, the pressure's on, because one of these days you're going to have to bake a cake and cut it into 2,000 pieces to share with everybody. Because if you don't bring it up the whole class. Not only did she kick ass, but she could cook her face off. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Smith! Every time you sing that song, which is every time Sam Smith's there, you're like, okay, everybody, hi, let's do the song. It's like, like your whole face morphs into anger.
I have to do that to get to that.
Eyebrow.
Yeah.
Who's that? Is that Danzig?
Yeah.
Oakland.
I come, Glenn.
Why so angry? As you can tell by the people leaving, the next up is the game. That's the telltale sign that It's game time. People leave. This one is going to test your knowledge of the show like no other game before, unless you've played this game before. Here we go.
3, 1, 2, 3, stomp, 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 the expert, stomp, stomp, stomp.